Okay, for those of you that have seen Scribo, the writing platform, this is Scribo Micro Learning. This is possibly the small writing platform. It's the multimodal learning sequencing micro learning platform that we use to get people ready to write, training them to write, and helping them with things like grammar, punctuation, spelling, but also comprehension, listening, speaking, those sort of all of those sort of pillar skills. We have writing in Scribo, and we have the rest in Scribo Micro Learning, where really it's about culture, language, it's about the teacher's pedagogy, it's about learning sequencing. We don't enforce any of this. We just make it a really sort of agile tool to get something done really quickly, as well as utilize what we've done in our activity library, our learning library. So we've got like over 400 different levels of English language support and drills and lessons that any teacher can basically have a look at very, very quickly. They're all really well done. They're all auto answering. Some of them have got some information as well as little quizzes, but these deploy instantly into classes, very much customized and personalized to student levels. They are all leveled out in our A1 to C2 curriculum. So teachers know at which level these things should be used at a syllabus level. A lot of that can go out the window because everyone's got a different level of understanding of all these types of things. So having a self-help library as well as something teachers can assign really quickly is really important. We work a lot with publishers to bring their content into libraries that then get deployed out to schools and colleges individually. So publishers do take control of libraries, create their own libraries, curate their own libraries, and bring them into school environments, in that kind of like subscription or whatever business model they've got. So really it's designed for teachers to do something really, really fast as well as get their hands on really good content. So let's have a look at building something out. Well, here's one I prepared earlier. So writing. Not all writing is, Scribo writing. So you can't get students at A1 or 2 level or even B1 level writing past a couple of hundred words, in a way that makes sense to anybody. So it all got to start with sentence, words, flashcards, vocabulary. Some words become sentences. They get the constructs of grammar in the sentence. We move on to the next sentence. And so momentum builds, and this is the sort of sequencing of learning that Scribo Micro Learning is all designed to do. So this little experience here is actually a writing experience, but it's got this, image modality. So we know we're at the airport. So that helps them, sort of think about airport type words. We're in transit at an airport. That might be a new word. Waiting lounge. They've probably all done that. So we take them on this little sequence of a story, a very simple story that is going somewhere. We're trying to set a scene. We're trying to build a whole bunch of words that they could use along the way. And we're getting to the point where we want them to type something in their story for 100 words, 50 words, 20 words, whatever the target is. Keep the momentum. Obviously, this is exactly how it will look for them when they're using it as well. So they'll flip between the cards, they'll go back, have a look, come forward. It's sequenced for them, but it doesn't stop them using it any way they like. So I'll just put something in here and we'll do some very quick grading. Okay, I've obviously made a bit of a meal out of the cookies here, but the idea is to show you the experience. So very quickly, we'll give them a score. Everyone likes to have a score, but we've got some grammar issues here. We've got some suggestions. It's very simple suggestion. It's calibrated at level, and if they wanted to get some sort of feedback on what they could do next, we spin the card and we try and get them some clear advice on what they got to focus on. They spin the card back, they do it again, and they check again. So it's self-directed. It's in sequence. It follows, a good pedagogy or a sequence of learning the teachers know will work with these types of students. And this sort of activity can be built in seconds, and literally seconds. So if I was to show you that, you can use AI, you can create these cards yourself, but you can also do something really quick. Like in a comprehension environment, you want to mix a bit of comprehension with a bit of sentence writing. So mix and match the modality, the pedagogy. It's all possible in here. There's no real rules at all. So I'll generate some text. Okay, so I'm going to build out a little comprehension activity about the day the rubbish went everywhere. So it'll be 300 words. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it down at the A2, A1 level. So we'll call it rubbish. And we'll say it's in year 4. That's CFR. A1 will have maybe 4 questions. Don't make too big a deal. We'll start with multiple choice. So the reading is the focus. And off we go. So it will create me a comprehension example or comprehension activity on rubbish. The day the rubbish went everywhere. So again, we can sequence this. We can move cards around. We can edit it once we know what we've done. It'll basically align all this stuff for us. Presentation is never the issue. It's all done for us. So if I went straight to preview now, here's my text. Here are my questions. They're all auto-marked. So, it's a case of adding some modalities in now. So that's my base comprehension environment set up now. Okay, now I could add a number of cards into this. I could add in, for example, audio files. So it's become a listening environment. Before they start reading their comprehension, we could give them instructions in words. We can have images, PDFs, text, videos. It all links in with YouTube education videos. From the assessment side, the modalities are quite vast. Short answer, unscripted speaking. We do scripted speaking. We do long answer, multiple choice, free response, custom grading, which means you can actually build out a little AI prompt inside a card to actually really fine tune the way the grading is being done. So really moving around the system is a case of being in the right place and then dropping in the modality that you want. So if you want a drawing card, in goes a drawing card. You want to put in a card for them to draw against. Okay, so if they're younger students, we could say outline Ayers Rock. Now in the preview mode, they get to draw a line around Ayers Rock. So this could be used in cross out the wrong words. These are modalities that basically the software is designed to support the modalities and sequencing that you want to achieve in your classroom. When you're done in this activity, obviously you can save it. It will save into a library for you. You can set a category. You'll find it again, and you can assign it in seconds. So this is all about really having sequenced learning at a micro level. It's optimized for mobile first, tablet first. So all of this always gets done on a mobile phone. So, like getting students into a classroom, understanding where you think they might need some help, giving them access to a QR code, getting them back out there, and then tracking all this sort of data behind here is what we do as well. And that's called Scribo Micro Learning. And it can be on any topic, any genre, any type of subject. It really is about using power of AI or just using or resequencing some of the materials that you've already got and making them available in a library, and literally you're off to the races. Hope you enjoy. Bye for now.